Greetings and salutations. Salutations. Can't even talk today. It's one of those days, guys. I just I'm working on a comedy show right now that is all animal based, which is nothing but pure joy in my heart. And I wanted to let you know about some upcoming shows that I have this week in the Los Angeles area. Let me take this festive hat off because it is hot in here. I'm doing a show tomorrow night at Flappers with Hal Sparks, somebody I met actually 24 years ago in 1999. I was 3 years old. Just kidding. I was actually 20. But anyways, I'm going to be doing a show with him. I'm very excited. And then on Thursday, I'm doing a fundraiser for Animal Tracks at the Ha Ha Comedy Club in North Hollywood. So we got Burbank, we got North Hollywood, we got the San Fernando Valley representing. And then I'm doing a show with Story Collider, which is a wonderful story collective, and they're all science themed stories. So I did a show for them in June, their Story Collider Proton Prom. I used to call it the Protein Prom on accident. I don't know why. It's a totally different show for a different time, if you know what I mean. But I'm doing a Story Collider All Star Slam next Tuesday, and all these different Story Collider storytellers are going to do 5 minute little increments. So I'm going to be doing my little 5 minute increment, and I would love you guys to tune in. I have one person watching. Hello, how are you? I'm testing this all out because I haven't done I did one live like last, I don't even know how many months ago, but I have this new, very festive backdrop. Look at this authentic wood. I don't know, and I'm a little concerned that hi, hello, hey, hello, you. I have this mic that I'm hoping is actually working. Link, let me put that. That's a great question. I'm going to go ahead and grab this link and throw it into the chat. There you go. So yes, tomorrow night's show is at Flappers in Burbank. Thursday night show is at the Ha Ha Cafe in North Hollywood. And then Story Collider is a virtual show. So you can watch it anywhere, you know, and you can just go ahead and register. All the links are on that link tree. I'll also add it to the description here. Again, this is my sort of half-assed way of trying to get a little live going. So forgive me if it's a little bumpy, a little rocky road. What can I show you while I'm here? I'm actually writing this really cool comedy show that's all animal themed. So I'm going to get back to that in a minute. If anyone works at a company that has sort of team building experiences or events, that's what I'm doing. It's one of the side hustles I'm doing right now. I'm doing these corporate comedy shows, which are so much fun because I get to basically do what I would do if I were teaching a class. You're going to watch the virtual show. Thank you so much. It's going to be really good. All the storytellers, like I feel like I'm, just sort of showing up, and I'm just going to be surrounded by like these storytelling giants, and I'm going to be learning from their epic skills of storytelling. And I'm going to be telling a pretty cool story, I think, myself. It's another near-death experience. Who can get enough of those, right? But I'm also making skulls. My partner and I are working on doing 3D printing of various skulls. And we had a little bit of a slowdown last month. My partner's roommate unexpectedly passed away, and it was a really rough time for everybody involved, especially the family. So we kind of had to put that on hold. But we're getting back to it, and we're making really cool skulls to sort of sell and reproduce, either with different colors and different sort of themes. I know I have a lot of LGBTQ anthropologists that would love like a rainbow skull of their primate or hominin of choosing, or a whole freaking collection of them. So yeah, isn't this cool? So this is okay. So this is Black Skull. It was named. I mean, clearly it's black because we printed it with black resin, not resin, but filament. But the actual black skull itself was very dark because of the manganese in the surrounding soil. So it was very dark when it was discovered by Alan Walker and Richard Leakey in 1985. And but the species is Paranthropus ethiopicus, and it's these robust hominins. So these lived about, like, I think, oh gosh, I have to double check. Black skull is about 2 million years old, but they kind of a dead end lineage. There are 3 species in this genus, Paranthropus. There was Paranthropus boisei, Ethiopicus, and robustus. And it's thought they kind of just sort of were a dead end lineage. Maybe perhaps they couldn't hack it in a changing environment, but they're known for having this really cool sagittal crest right here. You also see this in male gorillas, and that's usually indicative of eating hard to chew food. They also had these very big flaring zygomatics, which is just a fancy way of saying big ass cheekbones. And they had these giant molar teeth. You can't really see it on this skull because it just they didn't preserve the teeth like some others, but they had massive molars. And yeah, they basically were chewing hard to grind food, and they had these huge chewing muscles that would have gone up through this area and attached to the sagittal crest. So they could grind hard to chew food. And it was thought at first when they discovered Paranthropus boisei that it perhaps was, they called it Nutcracker Man. It was discovered by Mary Leakey, and the species was initially named Zinjanthropus. And it was thought that maybe they were, cracking nuts, but it was less about eating nuts and more about like chewing grasses and sedges, things that like, if you think about it, like dry grass is not easy to grind. That's not easy to chew. So big molars came in handy. We also have this little tiny gorilla skull, which is a lot of fun. This here, this is a miniature version. This is done about like, oh God, 15%, 20% maybe. But this would have been it is a Western male gorilla. That's what it's supposed to be. A little bit, the sagittal crest got a little messed up in the printing. So again, we're figuring out the whole process. But you can see how large the canines are compared to our little measly canines. And that's not because gorillas eat a lot of meat or anything like that. It's because gorillas actually are fighting for the sweet affections of the ladies. So there you have it. And they also have that sagittal crest. See? So you can see that sagittal crest. It's like a conquistador helmet, right? And again, this is only printed at like 20%. This would be giant compared to this. And this is big. And they were very short, by the way. But this would be giant. So yeah, we're working on that. And by the way, just so you know, this was printed on a resin printer versus this, which is on a filament printer. We've been having issues with the filament printer. Honestly, has not been the greatest. Here, let me just show you in better light. There you go. It's getting lost in the backdrop. And the resin printer has been a lot better. We were printing some really small Homo ergaster Lake Turkana boy mini skulls, and it kind of got stopped in the middle, and we think that it's not cranking out the filament the way it should. Tell us about the crest. Is it visible on live primates? Yeah, you have it in gorillas. So you'll have it actually in gorilla. You'll get that crest. This is a miniature version of what a Western lowland male gorilla would have. We see it mostly in the males. There's sort of pretty reduced in the females. But you'll see it in other animals that might be having a strong amount of bite force. So we do have it in living primates, but usually, again, it's animals that are having like hard to grind, hard to chew diets. So yeah, there you have it. I know we're gonna have more. We're gonna have more and more skulls soon, and I'm very excited about that because there is a list, and we've been gathering different files because you can get these. People can scan the skulls and then send us the files, and then we can print them up, and it's going to be exciting. I can do more fossil Fridays, which is what I've been doing throughout the years. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to end this. I just wanted to say a quick hello, kind of test this out. Thank you for being here. Did you see the Yes, I did see that. Yeah, no, Svante Pääbo won the Nobel Prize, anthropologist. Did a lot of work at Max Planck. Yeah, really awesome. I would love to do, when I have more time, a video about that. But yeah, no, it's good to see anthropologists actually, getting some recognition for their work and discoveries in anthropology. So hopefully more to come. Yeah. And because every day, every year, there's more and more discoveries being made, and I'm sure if you're up on anthropology, anybody else out there, you might see that with Homo naledi, the discovery of a new Homo species in 2000, I think 15 is when they announced it, but in 2014 with the caving. Bye. Thank you so much. With the caving that they're doing now, they can discover new species or just maybe even more remains, because it's a great place for fossils to become fossils, is in a cave, because it's dry, it's arid. You've got the different maybe minerals to set in to create fossils. Because fossils are not. It's not easy to become a fossil. It's not easy. In fact, maybe that's a way to go. Like I wonder if, so you're coming up with so many different ways to deal with dead bodies now, in terms of like you can become a tree, you can become. I think there was one that was like not vaporized, but you can kind of get like incinerated into even like less than Ash, but perhaps maybe get fossilized. That could be fun. Anyways, have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in and check out, yeah, the shows. Flappers tomorrow night, Haha Cafe, and then Story Planner next week.